Hey guys, it's James Upjohn from MagicSubmitterTutorials.com. In this video, I'm going to be doing a brief overview of SEO basic training, and I'm going to do my best to answer the ever important question, what is SEO? If you're stepping into the online world for the first time, SEO may seem like an endless minefield of jargon, full of technical formulas, and too confusing to comprehend. I want to do my best in this video to show you that in fact SEO can be broken down into simple, easy to follow steps to make sure your transition into the online world is as pain-free as possible. In simple terms, SEO is the process of improving your website's rankings within the search engines for specific keywords. There's two main factors that influence how well your website will rank for your targeted keywords, which are on-page SEO. This is the stuff that you can change on the site itself, and off-page SEO is outside influences like how popular the site appears with other internet users. The actual calculations that search engines use to determine a website's position are a closely guarded secret. These formulas that they use are referred to in the industry as algorithms. It's impossible to know exactly what the algorithms are looking for, but with lots of split testing, it is possible to get some kind of idea. Ultimately, the algorithms are designed to display the most relevant sites related to a search engine user's query. Someone who works in SEO is called a search engine marketer. It's the search engine marketer's job to try to unlock that algorithm so that they can have an advantage over others that haven't. This may sound a little complicated regarding knowing where to start, but there are things that we can do to determine whether a change to our website is beneficial or not. Using tools to determine where our websites appear in the search engines is one of the easiest things we can implement to determine whether or not our changes helped or not. You can look at tools like Magic Rank Tracker or SERPfox.com. These determine exactly where our sites appear for a given keyword. Trust me, it's a huge time saver using a tool to check for you. It's no fun searching through hundreds of pages of search results trying to find your website. Using these types of tools can allow you to see whether a change you made to your website caused your site to move up or down in the search results. If a change causes your site to move up, you can try it on another site and see if the results are the same. If you start seeing the same positive changes on all sites, then you have unlocked a small part of the algorithm and can start implementing that on all sites you work with. Sounds simple, right? One of the SEO aims of my website was to rank for the keyword phrase Magic Submitter Tutorials. This means that when someone types this phrase into the search engine, my website should hopefully be shown in the top 10. They will decide to visit my site and learn about Magic Submitter. So knowing that some things would have a positive influence on my site and other things would have a negative influence, I was able to set about optimizing my site. I needed to make sure it appeared relevant when a user searched for Magic Submitter Tutorials. Search engine optimization is an amazing job and one that I would never change because it's always full of surprises. The search engines continually make tweaks to their algorithms, causing rankings to change, which is why it's still possible to rank websites even for newcomers. If the algorithms didn't change, almost all keywords would already be too competitive to rank for, and that simply is not the case. SEO is having the skill set to evolve with the search engines and continually change as they do. It's not too difficult to keep up with the changes. There are online forums that become a buzz of activity as soon as a change is made. At Magic Submitter, we hold twice monthly webinars to ensure that you are kept up to date with any changes, as well as offering Q&As on any specific questions you may have. I will come back to on-page SEO in a little while, but so that you have a full picture, I want to repoint out that on-page SEO is only half the story. Let's suppose that two sites use the exact same on-page techniques to optimize their websites. What happens then? The search engines have to choose one site to rank higher than the other. It isn't decided with the flip of a coin. Once on-page relevancy scores are worked out, another formula is used to determine which site should appear higher than the other. This now leads us on to off-page SEO. In simple terms, off-page SEO is all the factors that do not occur on your website. Let's suppose a website owner likes your site and tells its users to visit your site. That website owner can place a link to your site, a backlink as it's known in the industry. The search engines see this link when they visit that website, and it's almost like giving your site the thumbs up to the search engine. Links are like votes, the more you have the better. Just like on-page SEO, algorithms are used to determine the rankings of a site based on how many votes it has. You may wonder why people don't just get millions of these links as quickly as possible to rank as fast as possible. Well, the answer is that algorithms are pretty clever at working out where those links are coming from and whether or not those links look natural or not. Some industries pick up links a lot quicker than others, and you can actually use tools like majesticseo.com or ahrefs.com. You can use these tools to see how many links your competitors have. The art here is to build links to your website quickly, but in a way that is consistent with what your competitors are doing. You can appear more popular by building a few hundred more links than them each month. You don't need to blast 1 million. That is, of course, unless your competitors are doing the same. The search engines also take into consideration exactly where the links you are building are coming from. Some links are worth more than others. Just like you would value the opinion of a close friend or family member more than you would a complete stranger, the search engines also favour links from some places more than others too. One of the main things that search engines use when determining the value of a link to your site is how well optimised and popular the website is that is linking back to your site. One of the things that Magic Submitter does very well is provide sites that Google looks on favourably. You can also do some great things with Magic Submitter, like choosing service types and sites that the search engines look more favourably upon. This is exactly why Magic Submitter is my tool of choice for all my link building requirements. Every part of the software is fully customizable. I can choose the material I want to submit, I can choose the number of links I want to build, and I can choose where I want to build them. It's the job of the search engine marketer to know exactly the best type of links and the best types of sites to put them on. If you're just starting out and you're unsure where to start, or you're worried about hurting a site that's important to you, you can always practice on sites that are not so important to you first. This is how most search engine marketers start out. Test things on their own site first, rinse and repeat, try it on more of their own sites just to be certain, then they can start charging for their expertise. See, it really isn't all that difficult, is it? Now, you may ask yourself, why do people bother with SEO? Well, the answer to that one's quite simple. Every business has a desire to have their products or services seen by as many people as possible, and we currently live in a world that is internet driven. Internet access figures show that 78.6% of North America's population and 63.2% of the population of Europe have access to the internet each and every day. These are tremendous figures, and in the last 12 years, the internet has grown in usage by an incredible 566%. Most people use search engines as a way to navigate through the internet world. They use them to find the information they're looking for exactly when it's needed. Google, the largest of the search engines, says that over 1 billion searches are carried out every single day. As a website owner, it makes sense to ensure that if anyone is ever looking for information that relates to your product or service, your website is found above everyone else's. This is because your main goal is to have visitors finding your website to read your valuable information, or for the visitor to buy a product or service from you. When we use search engines, we type in a keyword that describes the website or information we're looking for. So using SEO techniques will help your website get found for the correct keywords. This will then lead to people who have never heard of your website before finding it and fulfilling whatever purpose your website has been created for. If your website has been designed badly or without SEO in mind, then there's a strong possibility that no new visitors will ever find your website through the search engines. Choosing the right keywords or keyword phrases for SEO is very important in determining how well you will succeed in the search engine results. The problem you face is that there are already a lot of websites out there ranking for popular keywords. It would be almost impossible to create a website and get it to rank well for iPhone, as it's such a popular keyword phrase that will have a lot of established websites ranking for it already. You want to describe your website, but not too generically. If you run a dentist in the town of Michigan, don't try and target the keyword dentist. Try and target dentist in Michigan. You may think that more people will be searching for dentist, but then you need to consider that most people searching won't even be in your town. Targeting dentist in Michigan will not only give you a better chance of appearing on the first page of Google, but it'll also send more targeted users to your website. If you're unsure about where to get started with keyword research, Google is a great tool that you can use. The tool allows you to see how many people a month are searching for the keywords you have in mind. Remember, there's no point ranking for a keyword that no one else is searching for. Google's keyword tools can be found here. adwords.google.com/o/keyword tool. When searching for keywords, make sure exact match is selected on the left-hand side, your country location is set, and your keywords are put into the search bar. You check the local results column. If you go to the Google AdWords keyword tool and do the above with your country set to United States, you will see that dentist in Michigan gets 140 exact searches a month. Now that you see that it's not too difficult to find keywords, let's look at the on-page SEO I was referring to earlier. Knowing a little about on-page SEO can go a long way to ensuring your site is found when your users need it. On the next few slides, I will talk you through a few of the common things you must include to give your website the best chance. First of all, we need to look at the meta titles. They're also known in the industry as the title tag, and meta titles are used for two different things. They're used at the top of your browser for any site, and they form the blue text that appears in Google's. My page has the meta title, Magic Submitter Tutorials Live One-to-One Coaching. If you do a Google search, you will see the title in blue above my listing. Meta descriptions in the industry are also referred to as the description tag. This tag is used by the search engines as the main source for the description they display under the title in the search results. If you look at a listing in Google, you will see it's the text that appears in black under the blue title. Try to keep the description to less than 150 words and use it as an ad for your website. Give the searcher a reason to want to click your link more than anyone else's. The next tag is the meta keywords tag. It's also referred to as the keywords tag. This tag used to be used by Google for working out the keywords a website owner was trying to rank for. However, many people abused the use of the tag, and as a result, Google said they stopped using it. It's still possible to use this tag to help Google theme your website, but it's not going to directly help you with your rankings. The next tag is the image alt text, or alt tags as they're referred to in the industry. Search engines read text, not images. It's possible to let search engines know what your images are about by using an alt image tag. It makes sense to have a picture that's related to your product or service you're offering, as this will help people visualize your products or services. But if you do have a picture, you could add the following to the image tag for the picture. You'll see in green I've added, after the image source equals dentist.gif, alt equals dentist in Michigan. This will help Google to be able to understand exactly what that picture's about. The next important thing to look at is page names. Page names help both users and search engines to understand what the page is about by giving them suitable names. The page names appears as part of the URL in the browser. If we look at this example, the page name appears after your URL, after the .com/. This is an example of one here, and you can see how I've put my keyword there, dentist-in-Michigan. It looks much better than site.com/page.html, and the search engines will love you for it too. Next, we've got the heading tags. You've got H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6 tags. The H1 tag is one of the most important tags on the page. Just like newspaper articles have a main headline, so your pages should have one too. Keep the H1 tag short, informative, and include your main keyword. Only ever use one H1 tag per page. For all other headings on the page, use H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6 tags. The next thing we need to look at is our page content or our copy. It's the actual written text on the page that our clients are going to see. When writing the content for your website, keep in mind that you need to write it for the visitor and not for the search engines. Make sure to include your keywords, but only if it makes sense to do so. Here's 2 examples. Looking for a dentist in Michigan? We are a dentist in Michigan and offer dentist in Michigan services. Now let's compare that one to looking for a dentist in Michigan? Come and check out our amazing family-run clinic today. We're here to help put a smile on your face. Out of the 2 of those, I know that I massively prefer the second one. It's much more inviting and it looks like somebody who's really going to take care of me as a patient. The top one, it just looks like pure keyword stuffing. And if anything, you definitely run the risk of putting clients off. But not only that, the search engines hate it too. The next thing we need to think about is sitemaps. Creating a sitemap for your page will help both the search engines and website users navigate your website in an organized way. XML sitemaps are for search engines and HTML sitemaps are for website visitors. You can visit www.xml-sitemaps.com to get sitemaps in both XML and HTML formats. It's as easy as putting in your website URL and clicking start to get both sitemaps created for you. Once you have them, include the HTML version on your website and upload the XML sitemap to Google. Here's a few main points to think about. Is your website inviting and engaging to website visitors? Will the users have a good experience when visiting? Does your page contain the keywords? Do your page titles look natural but make sense? Is your content up to date? And does your website's content reflect the keywords you're targeting? If you can answer yes to the above questions, as well as implementing the advice from the previous pages, your site should be looked on more favorably than others that are not optimized. Once you've made sure your website is up to scratch with original content and your site is SEO friendly, then it's time to think about the off-site side of your SEO. As previously stated, I use Magic Submitter for all of my off-page SEO link building activity. The software is so jam-packed full of awesome features that I've created a whole series of videos looking into it. Make sure you start off by watching the Magic Submitter overview video first. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I look forward to connecting with you on the next one. If you need any additional help with on-page SEO or any other issues related to SEO in general, I'm available for coaching. Please visit my website, magicsubmittertutorials.com.